Good morning, Flosstube. This is my channel, Javagirlstitches, and welcome back. So, I am Christy, and this is the newest member of our family. Hi, and this is little Poppy. So we got her about a week ago, and she is the absolute sweetest little thing, such a joy, and the best addition to our family. Hi, I know. So I thought I would come on here really quick and show her, and then I'm gonna go put her down for a nap because she's tired. And you be getting to everything. You say hi to everybody. Hi. Yes. So I'm gonna go put her down for a nap, and then I will be back and we will get into all the fun stitching I've been up to. Okay, everybody, I'm back. I hope you enjoyed seeing my sweet little angel. So what happened is that we ended up with Poppy is poor Anna, their dog Kona, they had to put her down. She just started not feeling well at all, and they took her to the vet, and she ended up having cancer. So they, it was very sad, and she was devastated, as anybody would be. And so they were looking for a new puppy, and I have been asking my husband for a puppy for months. I was like, we need a new dog. I'd even get my little granddaughter Skyray. I'm like, go tell Papa that we need a dog. And so I just went like on the Las Vegas pages on Facebook, and I wanted a Dachshund, but when I saw her, I was like, she is just the cutest thing ever. She is a Chihuahua. They said she's mixed with Maltese, but we don't know if that's actually true. But I saw her and I instantly fell in love with her, and so I messaged them, and then she was available. And then I did call my husband, and I was like, I found this dog and she's so cute, and I'm like, I think she'd be a great addition to our family. And he was like, just go, woman. He's like, whatever. And so we, Anna and I and Kira, which is John's girlfriend, we went and picked her up, and we love her so much. And the lady was really super sweet. She just had, she was just rehoming her. She has babies, and trying to potty train and take care of a puppy, she just couldn't do it. So, I mean, she even messaged me asking me how she was doing, and so she has been a blessing to us. And Anna and Pete did get another boxer puppy, and her name is Piper. So we have Piper and Poppy, and they are best friends. They play like crazy. So it's really sweet that as us being best friends, we get to have puppies now that are best friends also. And my husband, I mean, he's like the little Poppy's up in his face and everything and loving on him, and he's like, I don't like this dog at all, and you know, he loves her. And I was like, I told you. So that is how we ended up getting our sweet little Poppy. So as far as stitching, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. Like, I haven't had a actual puppy in like 16 years. So I'm exhausted. Potty training and just everything we have to do. So they definitely wear you out. Anna and I are like, what did we get ourselves into? So that's what's been going on over here. Also, just Halloween stitching. We have been stitching like absolute crazy. Well, trying to. I was doing pretty good, and now things are mellowing out. She's calming down a little bit where I can actually get some stitching done again, which again, totally worth it. So yeah, I'm just still full on Halloween stitching. And I did show this shirt last year because I do not remember where I got it, but if you go back, and you'll see the shirt in the video, and in the show notes, it's in there what I see Anna out with her puppy. Our puppies can't be together right now because my little one has a parasite. So we have to separate them for like 2 weeks, and they're both dying because they want to play with each other. But again, shirt is in the show notes of last year's video. Okay, what else has been? I've got to see my granddaughter. She came over. We were all swimming in the pool and somehow a rat ended up in our pool while we were swimming. So like we were running out like crazy, and Anna got her out, the rat, and it ran away. But I was like, oh my gosh. So that was pretty exciting. But I mean, just hot here, super hot. And just, that's about it. I mean, the puppy is quite a bit of work and everything that's been going on. So that's pretty much it. So it's been like 2 weeks. So I'm back with more. I have some FFOs. I have some stuff I finished stitching. I have whips. I have new projects I've started. I have picked out my stuff and already started a little bit of the stuff for a stitch along. So I have, and I have a special project that I told you I would do every video. And I have some enabling for finishing ideas. So this video shouldn't be as long today. But let's get started. Okay, so for my first finish, I finished the Boo Crew, and that was the mystery stitch along a few years ago with Fat Quarter Shop, and I only did the word Boo and then just kind of added different stuff around it. So I just stitched it and made it into a pillow. And it's got pink backing. And then it has rickrack. I was gonna stick a bow on the top, but I'm so tired, you guys. I just didn't do it. And I don't know if I will or not. I might just leave it as it is. And normally I do glue the rickrack. If I'm not gonna have a bow, it will start at the bottom, but I started at the top anyway, and I'm like, it's fine. So that was a really super easy, fun finish. And the rickrack, I know I've been asked questions, and I do use Aleene's tacky glue, and I take I think I said last time, I'm not sure, but I take a toothpick and you just glue it around and hold it for a second, and it goes pretty quick. So that's number one. Okay, my next FFO was the cat on a pumpkin, and this was the freebie by Doreen Jones, which you can get on her Facebook page. And so that is for my pink tree. And again, this is just a little, you can see the back. It's a little snowflake board. I know they have them in fall too. And I believe they had them for Patriotic from Hobby Lobby. So what I did is I did that spackling method. So you spray texture on it, and then you spray black spray paint on top of that, and then you just sand it, and it gives like a really cool effect. I did that a lot with my stuff last year, with my finishes for my tree. So just a really simple, cute little one, bows, the racks, all the good stuff. So another addition to my tree, and I really think that's the only thing I have for I'm adding to my tree this year, unless something else comes up. Okay. My next one is Boos and Hisses and cross stitches, and this was the first Friday freebie by Primrose Cottage. So I did FFO this one also. And this one was a hard one. I just didn't know what I wanted to do. I had a ton of ideas, and they didn't work out. So again, this is just a board that I believe I got from Hobby Lobby, just unfinished wood. And so I did the same thing where I did the spackle, or it's actually texture paint. And you can see a little bit more up there how it looks. And then all I did was add some purple rickrack to it, because I just didn't think I really couldn't find any fabric that really matched. And so I'm like, it's fine with purple rickrack. And then on top, I just have 3 different bows and a little ghost button. And the ghost buttons I did get off Etsy a couple years ago, and I'm sure they're still there. I think it's by Peaceful Designs or something, but you can search up ghost buttons and you'll be able to find them. So that is my finish on this one. I mean, I wanted to put spools up there, and it didn't fit. And I'm like, okay, we're done. Like, I've spent way too much time overthinking this, and sometimes just simpler is better. So that is my finish on that one. And I have one more FFO. Okay. Wrangling dogs makes you hot. Okay, this was Jack in the Hat by Threadwork Primitives, and this is my finish on this one. So this came from Micheal's. I believe I've had it for a couple years. So it's not something, I know a lot of people went and bought it when I showed it a couple years ago, and it just sat there and I didn't know what to do with it. And so on this one, again, I just have some orange rickrack because the, no fabric would fit on there, and that's completely okay. I'm learning that sometimes, you know, you don't always have to have backing fabric. Plus, I couldn't find anything that matched with the orange colors. And I know it doesn't have crows in it, but I think it looks really good on this piece because I've been wanting to use this piece for the last 2 years. So I just have the black and orange ribbon, and then I have a green little covered button to pull out a little bit of the green there. So I love this, and I told you guys I'm loving the, what is this, the more primitive stitching. So I'm having a great time with that. And I'm actually probably doing more primitive stitching than I am pink this year, even though I still love it. So there's that one. So that is all my FFOs I was able to get done in the last couple weeks. Okay, so I did finish 2 more, and these were whips. So I have been trying to get to my whips from years before, even though I want to start all the new things. And I have been starting new things, but I was like, okay, we got to at least accomplish something because your whip pile is out of control. So the Halloween doodles, I did finally finish it. All I had was the ghost and the October 31st, and I was like, just do it. I know you don't like the white, but do it. And so there's purple up here, and there's a little purple in here, and I love it. Don't know how I'm going to finish it, but I'm glad to have it done. And so this is stitched on 28 count light taupe. So really super cute one. I believe I used all the same colors except for the purple, and I don't remember what that was. I can put it in the show notes. Okay, that's my first whip. This one I did start this year, and then I think I showed it last time. I had only a little start on it, so I finished it. And this is No Tricks, Just Treats by Primrose Cottage. And I did finish it. So I have a couple pink ones to add. I think this is a little too big. It's too big for a pillow, and it's too big for an, I mean, I guess I can make it a big ornament for the tree. So, and this is stitched on, I believe it was 28 count hazy gray. So super cute. Okay. So that's what we have gotten done so far on that. I will go through my whips and new starts, and then I will share the special project. Okay, I showed this last video, and I had made, I made a pretty good start on it, but I did do more, right? I think I did. I think I did a little bit more on it. And this is One for the Crow by Brenda Gervais. And I honestly don't remember how much I had started last time, but I know I worked on it. So I really only have 2 more crows and the word at the top. Yeah, that's all, and a couple stars, and it's almost done. And I think I'm gonna frame this. And I'll tell you why, what I have plans for. And this is stitched on 28 count mushroom Lugana. So anything that's like by Brenda Gervais that is like a pillow or whatever, mine are always going to be bigger because I don't stitch on anything less than 28 count. Yeah, I'm had to think about that for a second, but yes. Okay. This next whip, I started last year. I showed it, and I didn't get a whole lot more done on it, but it was the Teresa Koget Whimsy Witch's Angry House. So this I started with Chris last year. She finished hers. If you want to see this stitch in different colors, that she did like teals and purples, and she's Javagirlstitches, I believe is what she is. I'm sorry, Chris, on Instagram, and hers turned out amazing. And of course, last year I started mine in the pink colors. So I did get more of her dress done, and I did get to fill in the pumpkin. So I'm calling that a win. So super cute on light taupe, but I really want to get this finished this year. This is one of the pieces I will be stitching in our sow, which is the Which Will You Stitch sow. So there's one which I will be, I'm going to continue on. Okay. I think these are new starts. Yes. Okay. So I showed you guys last time that I wanted to stitch these, and I got different color conversions from Shepherd's Bush. So this one, the heads up, and I started with the witch. And so I did what they had done up there. And so they had the witch, the cat, and the pumpkin. And they are, so the green is Gentle Arts Avocado, Gentle Arts Pumpkin Pie, and then Classic Colorworks Black Coffee. And I mean, you can see what they look like here. And I just love these colors. I think it's fantastic. So I have two more I want to stitch. And this is what I'm talking about with, we had just gotten Poppy. And this, it took me like 3 days, you guys. That's all the stitching I got done. It took 3 days to do this when we first got her. So now we're getting better. But this is stitched on 27 count Vintage Country Mocha Linda fabric. So super fun. And I'm going to, they're going to be I think I'm going to, probably ornaments. They don't really match my, I mean, I have a regular Halloween tree, which you guys have probably seen, that has just a bunch of random ornaments on it. And then we have the pink one. So I don't know. I saw somebody, and I thought they had like just, I mean, it was a baby tree, and they had a bunch of prairie schoolers on it. So I might, like, where am I going to stick any more stuff? But I might do that. I might stitch these, and then maybe just make a little tiny prairie schooler tree, or I can make a dough bowl full of a bunch of prairie schoolers. So that could be an idea too. And yes, Teresa Koget fabric, Goose Designs, I love all of her bags. Okay, another new start. And this is When Witches Go Riding by Brenda Gervais. Absolutely love. Love, love, love. Okay, so I am going to show what, okay. So this is how far I've gotten. So I have to finish her. And then I have another witch up here and some more words. And it'll be done. I would like to do all three, and I know it's going to be a big pillow, but I think this one, I think it ends up being 5 by 5 on 28 count. So I probably will do all three in 2 pillows. Oh, and my color changes. So I did use most of the called for, except for down here, it was called for clockwork, and I didn't like it. It was not working for me. So I got Color and Cotton Pumpkin Pie, and I thought that just looked better. The dresses are called for hickory sticks, which again, I didn't like. I wanted black. So Paving Stones by Color and Cotton. I'll tell you, this is probably what I'm going to be doing most of my Brenda Gervais. This is the perfect, like, it's not bright black, but it is the perfect black. Anna's picked one black that she likes, and this is definitely my favorite. So I need to go, we're going to be going back to Primrose for their new releases, which is next week. And I'm going to get a whole bunch of that Paving Stones. And the purple, I don't remember what it called for. I didn't have it, so I just pulled Blooming Crocus. Crocus? Yeah, because the only purple you have is the little bit in the hat. So it's like, if you have another purple, just grab it. And then I didn't have I think it was Pamlico, and I didn't have it, so I just used Baking Tin by Classic Colorworks, and it worked fine. So I am so enjoying stitching that. But those are my little color conversions. Otherwise, I have used all the same colors. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I guess I should put that in there. Okay. One more whip and one more new start here. Okay, so I showed you guys last time that I was going to stitch all the witches, and I might have had one stitched. I don't even remember. I know. So tired. So, using the call for colors, I'll just hold that string there. So I've got 3 of them done now. And I love it. Look how cute they are, you guys. They are my absolute favorite. And I do want to stitch a bunch of other stuff in this book too. And this is the Hello Halloween, but I don't know that I'll get to all of it this year. Okay, on the same piece, because I need to get more. I did have a new start. And it is, again, another Teresa Koget, and it's Whimsy Halloween. So I have had this, I think Denise got this for me years ago. So it's been a long time. And I pulled her out and I'm like, I'm going to start her. Now this pattern, let me tell you guys though. So I didn't know until I pulled it out and started looking. There's half cross stitches, like all in the cat, in here, in the eyes, around her face, and her eyes and her lips and stuff. And I was like, absolutely not. So the only thing I did half cross stitches was just her little lips, because I did want it to look like that. But I think it's fine the way it's turning out. I know it's hard to see her. That's the color it calls for her skin. I probably should have went with a lighter, but I'm hoping this is the part of her ponytail that once I get the gray up there, that it'll show up a little bit more. So I am using all the called for colors. But see, so her eyes, oh, I forgot. She got some eyebrows too. So I will just put them in. So I put like 1 X for the eyes. And then I just did the back stitching because I was like, absolutely not. I'm not doing half cross stitches. I did Boyd's Bears back in the day and I was like, absolutely not going to do it. So, and this is on the Vintage Country Mocha too, both of these. So that was my little start on her, and I was so excited. She is another one that I will be stitching. Oh, I really hope you're going to be able to see her face when it's done. She is another one I will be stitching during our witch sow, which starts September 1st. I actually have 4 different witches that I want to stitch on. And I'm like, well, that's coming up soon, so I better get my booty in gear. Okay, don't fall. Okay, let's see. Okay. Drink real quick. Hold on, guys. Okay, so my special project. I made 2 of them. So it's been a while. I was inspired by Jessica, and she's Sweetwater Stitcher. And she had made a needle book, and it was a circle. So I think she used a circle sticky board, and she just stuck fabric on each side and stuck them together. And I think it had a magnet in it, so you could stick your needle minder to it. And I always remembered that. I thought it was a super cute idea, and I was like, I want to do my own different needle book with sticky board, but of course mine has to be bougie because that's how I am. I can't have anything simple ever. So this was the first one I made. So this is this little cutie. So it is 2 pieces of sticky board that you just glue the fabric to. And then you're gonna glue them together. And then on the inside of mine, so on this side, I put, we have this fabric, and then I made a little pocket to stick your scissors. And then over here, on this side, I just glued a piece of felt so it hangs like that. And I glued rickrack and a button. And then on the front, I stitched a little, a pumpkin in the hoop and stuck it on there. And so there's the back. So the back and the front match, and then the insides match. It's so cute. And I actually started with purple first because I love this fabric so much. And so there is just a little piece of ribbon in there. So all you're doing is taking one piece of sticky board covering the front, another piece of sticky board putting your inside fabric. And then I laid this on top. I sewed right here, laid this on top, glued it to the back, and then you're gonna glue these two pieces. Oh no, make sure you put your ribbon in here and here. And you glue these two pieces together, and I put clips around it. And then this one, you're gluing the fabric, gluing all this on, and then the back. And then again, you will attach your, because you need to have a little piece of ribbon in the middle. This one, it's kind of hard to see it, but it's there. And then you need to have your little ribbons so you can tie it together. So I thought it's just fun. And I mean, they would make good retreat gifts, which this might be what I'm doing for my retreat this year. I haven't decided yet. So there's that one. And then of course, you guys know I had to have a pink one. So this is, I just got this fabric. I don't know what it is, but it's so stinking cute. I know Primrose had it on their, at their shop too. And so here we go again. So I have a little pocket there for scissors and my little felt. And I do have some pink rickrack up there with the little bat button. And then the backs again match. And then on this one, I stitched the little candy corn to match. So it's pink, orange, and white. And then you just tie them together. And it's just, you know, do we need it? Probably not. But do we have to have it? Yes. So super cute. And it does not take very much time. I don't even know what size it was. I think it was, I don't remember. But you can make it any size you want. So you can make a smaller one, a bigger one. But I just thought, I was like, I want to make one of those because I've never done a needle book. And I'm like, the sewing part, probably not going to be so easy for me. So I went with that. And I love how they turned out. They just make me happy, and they're just extra stuff that's cute. Okay, so that's my special project for the week. Let's go, before I get into this, I'm gonna share with you a couple things that I found that would be great for finishes. Oops, and that came out. And then I'll show you some of my haul. Okay, I gotta put this kind of back together. It's not in here really good, but okay. Oops. So I saw this at Michael's, and I thought, how cute would this be to spray paint it, all the bats, or do the crackle on them, and then you could stick a finish in here, and this piece comes out. So this I got at Michael's. Do I have a piece to put in here at this point in time? No. But I bought it because I thought at one point in time, they're not going to have this, just like the crows. And I'm like, I will end up using it. So I will put in the show notes the SKU for it. So there's that. And then also when I was at Michael's, Annis was like, this is really cute for a finish. And I'm like, absolutely. And they had bigger ones, but how cute would a circle finish be in here? And then, so it's like little mini decorations. And I thought, then you could stick the pumpkins like at the bottom with like maybe some moss or something and stick a finish in there. Or you could stick skeletons. I mean, there's hair on me. You could do anything. And again, they had different sizes, but I went with a smaller one. And again, do I have anything to stitch right now to go in there? No. But it was really cute. So that's what it looks like. So fun. So there's 2 enabling ideas for you guys. Okay. Let's see. A couple other patterns I've gotten that, you know, because I'm going to have time, is Jack's House Pin Keep. And this is by Stacy Nash. I know, you guys, not my typical, but I absolutely love it. So cute. I'll put that over here. And then I saw this one on Etsy, and it's by Homespun Elegance, Country Spirits collection, Wicked Tired. That's me right now. Look how cute this is. So I do want to stitch this. I think I'm going to change up colors on this. Yeah, I'll change some colors up on it, but I do want to stitch this. And then these two I'm going to wait to show you here in a second. And this is my last purchase. So on Instagram, and she has a Flosstube. Her name is Clarissa. And she used to be K Threads and Stitches. And now she has changed her name to Low Country Needleworker. And she just started designing patterns, you guys. And this is her first pattern. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. So not only do you get this pattern, but you get this little cutie with it. And I was like, absolutely 100%, I want to stitch this for my Sabbath day stitching, which I haven't done in a little while, and I really need to get back to that. But she, I will link her Etsy shop. She's just opened an Etsy shop with her first pattern. I'm super excited to see what else that she creates. She has a Flosstube, and she is the sweetest, and she has amazing finishes. So definitely go check her out. And if you like, like Sabbath stitching, this is a perfect one. Absolutely love. So definitely go check her out. And again, she'll be in the notes. Okay. All right. So this year, I kind of am on a kick of Brenda Gervais. I want all the Brenda Gervais Halloween I can possibly get because I want to do a wall. I thought a lot of the Brenda Gervais, I have stitched a couple and they are like just regular finishes. And the other ones I shared with you, I will do into pillows. But the other ones that are a little bit bigger, I want to actually frame them, and I want to have a whole Halloween Brenda Gervais wall. So since we have a whole pile of Brenda Gervais stuff, the first thing I did was like, well, we got to make something for this. So I made this cute little scissor fob. And this witch comes from, the pattern might be in the house. I don't think I have it out here. But it comes from one of her little patterns. So that's her little witch. And I was like, okay, well, we definitely need a scissor fob to go with all of these. So that was fun and super easy to make. So I'm going to share with you what patterns I have besides the ones I've been stitching. And I've had this forever, and I definitely want to stitch this one. What's this one called? Field Mouse Hollow. So there we go. This has been out forever. Again, have not stitched it probably because all the white, but boo to you. Bobbing for pumpkins. Super cute. Love, love, love. A witch in her garden, which I would not make this into a drum. It would be, so there's the, you can see the big long piece, which you guys have all seen these, but I would make it a long piece. This, and I had this one, and I was like, and I had never seen it. So witch pumpkin. So I definitely gonna have to add that to my list. And then I bought two more, and I actually have two more coming also. Where the Bittersweet Blooms. I don't know if it's more fall than Halloween, but I wanted it. And of course, I love this, the Goodness Gracious. So for me, stitching on 28 count, that would be pretty big. Yeah, on 36 count, it's 8.5. Oh, yes. So mine will be like 10 by something. So again, I will have to frame that. So, and then I have other little ones in here that you guys have already seen, her book, her Halloween book. So I've tried to go and find as many Brenda Gervais that I do not have. And like I said, I would love a wall of Brenda Gervais and then maybe like a shelf, because I am running out of room for Halloween decor. I am going to give some to Micheal, but I'm like, okay, I want to take some of and just make a big wall. Maybe have a shelf and I could stick like a dough bowl with some of the pillows. And then of course I have all the Teresa Koget, which I'm absolutely loving too. And there's a few of them I think I might frame too. And I don't know if I would want to mix Brenda Gervais and Teresa Koget together, but I mean, it's Halloween, so I mean, why not? So I am venturing out and doing new things, you guys. Okay, so our stitch along, which is on Instagram, and it's called Which Will You Stitch? And that starts September 1st. So I am going to be doing 4 different witches, which 2 of them I've started. One of them is the new one by Croquette A Go-Go. So I do not have that yet. As soon as it's released, I will go get it. So the little pillow, it was from this one. And this is the Hilda's Alphabet Brew. And so that's where she came from. That was the smallest switch I could find of hers. And Anna has stitched this, and it's amazing. She did different colors. I just don't know what colors I'm going to do yet on that, so I just kind of left it to the side for now. Okay, and my other witch that I want to start during our sale is Bittersweet and Broomsticks. So I'm going to use the same colors as the other ones I am doing. So I picked out the ones I like, and so all of my Brenda Gervais probably match very, very closely, except for like up here on the October 31st. I'm not a fan of that color, so I'm gonna have to figure out something else, but absolutely love. So those are my witches that I am going to be stitching during the stitch along. I'm gonna stick this back in here. Okay. And that's really all I have for you guys today. That's what I've been up to. So I am going to leave with you. Again, another, I left, last week it was like a devotional. And it's from the Sunday Stitches book, which you can get on Amazon. And I put the link in my last video. And so I'm going to read you just a little small portion for today's quote. And this is called Needle and Thread. The scripture is Matthew 19:26. Jesus looked at them and said, "With man, this is impossible, but with God, all things are possible." And you wouldn't think that would, I think that's why I like this book, because it's scripture that you don't even think about how it can go with your cross stitching. And it says, as you prepare to thread your needle and begin your stitching, take a moment to reflect on the symbolism of the needle and thread. Just as a needle is useless without its thread, so we are incomplete without God's guidance. In Matthew 19:26, Jesus reminds us that with God, all things are possible. As you thread your needle, remember that God can guide you through life's challenges, just as the thread passes through the eye of the needle. When you are connected to Him, He can lead you through even the most difficult situations. As you stitch, consider how each stitch is a small step forward, guided by the thread in your hand. In the same way, each moment of your life can be guided by God's presence, leading you towards His purpose for you. When you feel overwhelmed or uncertain, remember that God shows you through every stitch of your life's tapestry. And I just think that's so cool, because I mean, sometimes you're stitching, you just think, oh, it's just a hobby and stuff, but when you read this, it's so much more. I mean, it's everything that you love, and you have your different reasons for wanting to stitch. And I think that's why I like to do Flosstubes, is I like to share the gifts that God has given me, and you share them with other people, inspiration, because that's, what's our purpose? And so there's more purpose to your stitching than just stitching it. There's always something even better with it. So again, I'm loving this book, and I love all the little quotes in there, or little devotionals. Okay, for today, that is it, you guys. So I am going to keep on stitching my Halloween, and then on September 1st, the sale will start. I will post it again in the Instagram. I already have once, but I will post it again. And I will be back in a couple weeks. Hopefully Anna, she was going to come today, and we were going to show the puppies at the same time, but since my little one has a little parasite and they can't be together, we couldn't do that today. So hopefully in 2 weeks she will be back with me, and she will share what she's been stitching. She's getting a lot more stitching done than I am because her dog sleeps all day and mine's like crazy. So hopefully she will be here and we will be able to share with you more stitching, another little special project that I have going. We have a couple things we have to get our booties in gear. And then again, with the new releases with Primrose, we will be up there next Thursday. I'm pretty sure. I just have to see if John's girlfriend can watch my little puppy now, because can't leave her running around the house all day. So anyway, that's it for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.